Corner, so everybody hit the street.
I like your screen.
Let's go.
It was more higher pitched than mine. Thank you for making it out.
Yeah. Always.
See this? Don't I look cool with it? I'm not actually going to use it, but it's just an accessory, you know.
I'm sure it'll end up going to someone else.
Oh, I know.
Braxton! Braxton!
Yeah. Yeah, I left it with the trumpet first. Because I was like, if I just... Hey, I'm back. I was like, if I just fucking leave it, it's gonna...
Everybody! Oh, I know he's like, this is mine.
Yeah, exactly right now, literally.
Mine.
It's gonna be like, yeah, like, it's mine. I'm gonna be like, yes. This is covered in my shit.
Hey everybody! I wasn't planning on live streaming, but we only have one other live streamer here. Everybody, a lot of people are at home sick because they just got their vaccine, their second vaccine. So yeah, I will be live streaming.
I am
my event,
I will be
our event for George Floyd.
I will be live streaming. I am the live streamer. I am holding the gimbal.
Yeah, bigger crowd than I thought there would be because there's two other. Well, there's actually several events today.
Where did she just?
What's that? Hey, Richard.
Where did she just go with the megaphone?
I just heard her.
There she is.
Yeah. We're here at
As long as I
Revolution
go
Hall.
home with my megaphone.
Hey, good to see you. I picked the wrong shoes to march with, I think.
Why did you?
I think I'll make it. It's about fashion, more than comfort, you know?
Obviously not. Can't relate.
Ooh, I like that BLM flag over there. Hello. Oh, we already have some, or is that the truck?
I think that is the truck.
Okay.
Actually, it's
Does
not
somebody-
even, I think that's
Are you
Cry
sure?
Baby.
Oh, that's right, okay. That makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Zippy.
The people that I just
Hey,
introduced
Dee.
you to.
I know, but I didn't see the instant.
Oh.
Okay. Do we have the speaker? Okay. Hey Bradley, thank you for the donation for the event. Oops, I'm gonna try not to get the guns over here. Hey, I like your flag.
Oh, hey, baby, how are you?
Good, how are you?
This one's from Minneapolis.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you get it special order?
No, when we were down there.
I know, that's what I was saying.
ᴑᴏᴏ.
Oh, and it has
all their names.
names. That is cool. Love that. Did you get it when you were there?
What you're not about to do is okay. Oh shit! Why do you always have the best flags?
And the best shoes. She always has the best shoes too.
Yeah, I think more of the
Like I don't even know. Like yeah, but yeah.
This
So
one's Minneapolis, and then the other one that I have is the Washington, D.C.
Yeah, we have.
You know how to use this thing before we started. So how do you just
You put it. You press the button. Here, you gotta let it go first. Yeah, let it flop. Is it all charged up?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed this. And it's a little like weighted, so I don't know if it's gonna work.
Okay.
But if you do that, it's not gonna work and you have to restart it.
Oh, I
Oh,
see
it
what you're
worked. It worked. You're good.
Oh.
Okay, this one's a little touchier than that one. Yeah, there's not a huge crowd out here, but we have like more motorcade and security than people marching.
you know.
I feel like where did it? What's that?
Yeah. What?
What'd you say?
Said it's a good thing. We're super protected. See them? They're so serious. I love them.
They're fucking. I mean, sorry, they're warriors.
They're great. I love them.
Are they coming out here?
The what?
The 75 people that were over there, are they all out here?
I feel like yeah, most of them. Other than the
See,
people who are just here with their dogs.
Okay, it just looks like a small crowd, but.
It is a small crowd, but it's okay.
But what I think there's people over there too. Okay, it'll be good.
It's
By the way,
literally
your
fine.
shirt is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. My sister passed it on to me. Thank you.
Very
I'm loving the dusty rose color these days.
Very flattering.
Thank you. Well, your outfit is very flattering too. You look so tough.
He just looks like a conductor.
Shut up. Oh my god. She's been calling me a conductor contractor this entire
I mean, you kind of do.
Literally.
You
Every
do.
time you say the word, I literally just want to turn around and go.
I know, I don't want to offend my grandmother.
George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! Are y'all going to keep the same energy throughout the entire march?
Oh yeah.
Are y'all going to chant with all of your hearts and souls and minds? Are we going to disrupt this neighborhood and make sure that we're fucking heard? Let's get it!
I get it. I know what you're going to say.
So let's get to it. Black lives, they matter here. 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 Black lives, they matter here.
Black lives, they matter here.
Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here.
want to get comfortable, if y'all want to get comfortable, sit down or stand up. I mean, like, streamers, can you get to the side so people of color, like, if y'all want to be in the front?
What if you're a streamer and a person of color?
We're going to have a lovely
Both
person
streamers are
speak
both,
about
so.
their experience and whatever they'd like to share, so please
Hey,
give it
how
up
are
for
you?
Seneca.
Carissa, by the way, I don't know if you recognize me in person.
I know who you are.
Okay. good to meet you in person.
Believe it or not, you're a recognizable person now.
Oh, I didn't know.
I just want to start off by saying, this is a beautiful thing to just see all of us still out here and we still on this grind, because we understand it. It's a grind. I really don't got much to say because, you know, I like the energy that's flowing right now. I don't want to disrupt it. But first of all, like I said, I think everybody here need to give themselves a round of applause shortly for everything that we've done over the years. That's for you. That's for you. That's for you. So when you hear it, when claps that come together, that's for you. That's a personal clap for yourself. I mean, we've been through a lot of trauma, and we're continuously going through trauma after trauma. One thing that I exercise that I do every day that I've been doing since I came out here, since I started on this round of this civil rights movement, this Black Lives Matter movement, is ask myself some tough questions. Every single day, I wake up and I ask myself a tough question. And I think, like, I've been sharing that with people for some time now. Just ask yourself something tough. Something that you really don't have the answer for at that time, to give yourself something to actually do as the day goes throughout. Like I woke up today, the question I asked myself was, why am I getting up, getting ready to do this? Why? And when I got here, I'm asking myself, why am I here? Do anybody know why they're here? Anybody?
I know where I am.
Yeah, I mean, anybody ask yourself that?
I ask myself all the time.
Is it, are you here for George Floyd?
Yes.
Do you know who George Floyd is?
Yes.
Are you sure? Now, this is a tough question. This is a question I ask myself. Do I know who George Floyd is? I asked myself this today, and I'm going to ask you. When you say, yeah, I know who George Floyd is, can anybody tell me what his favorite color was? Huh?
Nope.
Nobody? Can anybody tell me? Anybody tell me what aspirations he had as a child growing up?
He wanted to be in the NBA.
Okay, so see, now you're starting to know him. A lot of things that we've been doing is, the point I'm trying to get at, is that we just find ourselves in motion without really knowing why we're here and why we're doing it. Because you're not asking yourself the question. You don't ask yourself where you at until you get there, and only to find out that's not where you want to go. So you need to start asking start with yourself and ask yourself tough questions like, why am I here? Why am I saying George Floyd's name? Do I even know who he is? Or do I just know him from the dead version of him? And I think a lot of us out here would say, you know what, I only know the dead version of George. I only know the dead version. And so when we out here fighting for his justice, are we fighting for the dead version of him, or are we fighting for the live version of George? The one his daughter knows, the one his mother knows, his closest friends. So what I'm getting at is continue to ask yourself tough questions, because you're out here and you're making these steps, right? For the steps for, we see this, like Martin Luther King got on top and said, I looked down over, from the mountaintop. Malcolm went to the Mecca. So here we are. But what are you looking over? What is your vision seeing? So just ask yourself and continue to ask yourself tough questions. I appreciate everybody that's out here, because although I might know my why, I know each one of us have a why, but you definitely have to ask yourself that to find that out. And for one last time, I ain't gonna say one last time because we're gonna continue to do it. But before I get his mic up, I just want to hear you say his name.
George Floyd!
Say his name.
George Floyd!
One more time.
George Floyd!
Thank you.
Teal.
If you want this mic, you're gonna have to get it out of my pocket.
What's up, guys? I'm not gonna lie, recently though, I'm not gonna say very much, but just recently, protesting has been the hardest it's ever been for me because of the Black community and because of small mistakes because of things that I've done in the past, but people still forget that like I'm only 22 years old. I've never protested or knew anything about politics till I started doing this. And like just like what Seneca said, figure out what your why is for why you're here. The reason I started protesting is because I got my jaw broken on May 24th of last year. So it's been a year since I broke my jaw. And it was like the hardest year I've ever gone through in my entire life. Rapping is like my everything to me, and not being able to speak again was like my biggest fear. Not being able to talk again to my kid, or like not being able to read or do anything with my mouth was like the scariest thing I ever thought of in my life. So like protesting is huge to me, and like having the community here for me is huge too, because like I said, I'm only 22 years old. I'm still fucking learning. I still don't know everything that's right. Like that's why we're here, is to make the life better for everybody else. Like the world is still learning. We all have to unlearn everything that we were learning our entire lives. Even as black people, like black people are taught to hate ourselves, hate other black people because they might screw you over or some shit. But like, that's why I heard this one white lady say like, every white person is racist and they have to learn not to be racist. Even if you don't think you are, you still are, because you're still relearning everything that you used to be. Like, I watch movies nowadays and I'm like, holy shit, that's a racist ass fucking movie. Or, oh my god, that show is fucking sexist as shit. But I used to watch that every day with not even thinking about that it was racist or sexist. Now everything that I watch, I'm like, oh my god, that's racist. Or, oh, that applies to my life. Like, yeah, yeah, I literally, like, my life now, like, I see everything, and before, I feel like it was a closed lens compared to what I am now. So, like, I just want everybody to know that I'm still learning, and I'm still gonna do the best I possibly can for my protest community, and I want people to know, like, I would die for this. Like, I would die for this because it means so much to me. Because it's the first time in my entire life I've ever gotten to be who I want to be. Like, ever gotten close to being able to speak about things that have happened in my life, and like meet people that are like, oh yeah, I'm going through the same shit. Because I grew up in Salem, Oregon. That is like some small ass homo fucking racist ass stuff. Like, that place fucking sucks. I was abducted by white Mormons.
Oh, that place fucking sucks.
Literally didn't even get my hair braided till I was like 16 years old. Didn't even know my race until I had my own child at 15, and then I got put into foster homes. So like, I've been trying to be an adult since I was 15 years old. So like, now that I am an adult, I'm like, holy shit, guys, this is really hard. Especially with all this COVID shit. I'm like, why do I have to be an adult when COVID's going on? What kind of shit is that? Life is already hard. No, but I just want everyone to know, like, I am still learning, so if I make mistakes, just tell me and I will grow from them. Because I know that a lot of people talk about our group and like what we're doing wrong, or if we're not doing things right. Like, we're all still growing, and we're all still becoming people that we want to be. I used to be someone that did not give a fuck. If you said anything to me, I'd probably bash your face in a second. But like, I'm not gonna do that now. I know. Like, I mean, it's just like, I'm here to like grow. This protesting is something where you're growing. You're using the protest community to be something different, to change the world and make it better. So that's all I have to say. Thank you. My name is Tia Like the Color.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Alright. I think we're good. I think that's
Y'all keep making some noise for Teal, please. We love you, Teal. Say his name.
George Floyd.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Say it like you mean it.
George Floyd.
I really like this.
Rest in power, rest in peace, rest in love, George Floyd.
Yes.
The whole reason why we're here right now is because of George Floyd. It's been over a year now since he passed. And I'm not, Seneca mentioned, like, do y'all know who George Floyd is? I'm gonna share a couple things about George Floyd that some people might not know about his life. George Floyd grew up in the hood. He's from the projects.
of Houston. He grew up in third world projects. And he had dreams of actually becoming a basketball player. He was actually tall as fuck. He was 6'7". Raise your hand if you did not know that George Floyd was 6'7". That's a lot of people. Yeah, he was tall. He was a big ass nigga for sure. And he was a star athlete in basketball and in football. And just like so many black people that grow up in poverty, that grow up in these types of conditions, he fell victim to the hood. He got too caught up in the street life. Too caught up in drugs, dealing drugs, robbing people, and he ended up going to prison for 5 years. Once he got out of prison, he got back on the straight and narrow. He changed his fucking life. Totally. First, he was homeless for a little bit.
What the hell? Let's move. Let's move.
We good?
No, there's a guy with a big ass gun up there. There's a big ass gun up there.
Just at least have the kids move.
Yeah, let's go this way, kids.
Just look up to the, look, if you want to know what's happening, look.
Right, we're gonna keep the march moving.
There's a guy with a long gun up there. And he just...
Hey, can everybody just like...
Yeah, let's move, let's move.
Shouldn't be like watching him. Let's keep going.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Place your finger on the trigger, buddy.
Yeah, let's not. Let's keep walking.
Can we just please keep marching? Can we please gather over here? Please.
Let's keep walking, guys. This guy he has his finger on the trigger. I'm scared. Let's go. I'm like trying not to freak out right now. Just for safety, we're gonna keep walking.
Yeah, white people don't shoot people.
Let's keep walking. Yeah, he looks insane. Hey, thanks so much. That guy looks like he's insane. He looks like he's insane.
Yeah, that guy straight up said, "Why are you all wearing masks? People have lost their minds." It's literally what he was
lost
yelling.
their minds.
And it's like he
He's
wasn't
has
even
his
old
finger on a
enough.
trigger.
I was like, "Sir, you're not even old enough to be talking like this. Like you're like in your 30s. Like what the fuck?" Black children, they matter here.
Black children, they matter here. Black children, they matter here. Black youth, they matter here. Black youth, they matter here. I didn't think I was gonna need a vest today. I think we're good. But I was saying I didn't think that I would
sharing of our culture, of our heritage. We share so much of us. So much of pop culture is black culture. I got you. So much of pop culture now is black culture, right? They don't know where they've appropriated it from, right? They've gotten it from us. Half of the vernacular you might use today comes from what we've created. So I got a chant that's near and dear to my heart, and we're just gonna say it. And some of y'all know this chant, some of y'all might not, but we're gonna just do it. All right, this starts out.
Just had to tell them we're not.
Everybody wanna be black until the cops come. Everybody wanna be black until the cops come. Everybody wanna be black until the cops come.
Everybody wanna be black until the cops come. Everybody wanna be black until the cops come.
Everybody wanna be black until the cops come.
Everybody wanna be black.
Everybody wanna be black until the
American flag. Anthony, you flag. Just to watch us.
keeping an eye out.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
think it's ever
Apparently it does.
They're everywhere.
Literally. Black people used to live here.
Until the cops come. Until the cops come. 1 second.
Princess fucked it up.
Okay, bring that beat again. Bring that beat again. Let's do this shit again.
Same beat, same energy. We're gonna go.
Give me that here.
Break.
Okay, y'all ready to do this? Right? Y'all ready to do this shit?
Somebody's shirt to wipe my screen on.
What?
I need Jared's shirt to wipe my screen on. Yours doesn't work good.
This one?
Aren't you hot? Abolish ICE.
Abolish ICE. Let's go. ABOLISHICE. Abolish ICE. Abolish ICE.
Should I stop in the plant pantry really quick?
If you do, can you get more of these?
I just don't want to. leave.
Huh?
I don't want to leave the march though.
Okay.
Aren't we right there?
Yeah, we're literally right
And you want to carry this?
Give me these. Orange.
Well, I have to get all my stuff with this.
Okay, wait, how do I make it? Wait. No,
Hang on.
I remember how to use this.
Is it spinning? Oh, okay. Where is my wallet? That's the question.
HICE, abolish ICE. Abolish
Wait, where's
ICE.
my
You good? We are peaceful people.
I think my wallet is in my car.
Wallet. Do you want to just?
Do you have any
I can
cash
give
on
you
you?
my fucking debit card. No, here.
But I need my ID
my fucking
actually.
card. I know, but
Why don't you go and get some?
because I don't have my ID. My card.
I don't have my
pin.
ID either.
My pin is 1518.
I don't have my ID, and they card me
Oh my
still.
god. Okay, wait.
Sorry.
You don't have to get. No, it's okay.
Let me double check.
Oh, you're good. It's not. It's
Well,
literally.
I need my keys too, and it's hopefully they're in here. Where is all my stuff?
Carissa having some technical issues.
Oh, there we go.
life issues.
Got it.
What?
Okay.
What? Wait, do you need my wallet?
Here, I'm gonna
Yeah,
put this in
cover.
the bag.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Justice, no peace. Yes, we have a protest dog. Take it to the streets and fuck the police. Sorry, I'm like learning how to use this. Of course the dog is having fun. What's up? I'm trying my best to be a good Carissa right now. Oh wait, she's my roll dog. I'm the second best Carissa there is. That's funny. appreciate that. George Floyd. Oh, I'm trying to. Oh, here we go. Almost always. I try to be.
Oh, fuck, you're at work.
Yeah. Exactly.
What's up, Braxton?
No.
Braxton's getting it.
Braxton's trying to be a filmer person.
Braxton.
What's up? Oh, what's going on? I'm busy. Oh,
Okay, thank you, y'all. That was really fun. Thank you.
Yeah. That's the plan. Yeah. Literally, the rest of the speeches are going on up
So
there.
we have a few more people
My bad. I'm literally like
multiple
multitasking.
speakers that are going to speak, and it's actually very important that you stay. The reason why I say this is because we have some youth here that would like to speak, and it is very hard to speak, but the fact that they're coming up here and wanting to share their stories is very, very important, yeah?
I'm trying my best,
what
man.
we're going to do is we're going to walk over here and we're going to support the other people who would like to share their stories. Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's go over here. Thank you.
We're being so unweird.
I'm so bad. Alright.
A last minute bolt. If I
You're gonna do like speeches up here now that the march is over.
I'm a bullet when it's honest and snap my foot.
Yeah, the police be policing. I don't know what else to say. They're definitely not my favorite group of people.
I don't know if it's him. Should I just say?
Rev Hall. We're at Rev Hall.
Is it you?
I don't have to do homework if I
Yeah, exactly. ACAB, 100%, 1312 all day. Yeah, I'm just like holding this. I don't know what to like.
You're doing great.
I know.
You're doing fantastic.
Obviously. Oh, okay, maybe.
Good idea.
Okay, this is Logan. What's up, guys?
Some people on there probably remember me, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I want to go back over there and get my beer real quick. Yo, do you mind holding this for like 2 seconds?
Got you, dog.
Whose lives matter? Whose lives matter? Where's the energy at? Again, try it again. Whose lives matter? Whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter!
Let's go!
What's up, folks?
How are you? ProtestPizza.com.
Protest Pizza is the best pizza. I'm just, good energy.
Yeah.
Honestly, just happy about the energy. I don't even give a shit about the fucking crowd. Energy. It's so nice today. So yeah, okay, there she is. Should I yell?
No, don't do it.
No, like you stand here, I'll. I don't want her streams to hear me going.
I did. I got you one.
One?
I can barely carry this. This is much more than 10 pounds.
One.
Your feet is freezing? Oh no, Michael. Alright, your host Carissa will be back with you shortly, y'all.
Oh yeah, she just got here. Yeah, we got it. Can I get you a pizza? Yeah, pepperoni, cheese, or... Okay, yours is in there. Oh, let's stack.
And you got me a canned one.
That's all they had.
Oh my god, are you whining?
I am like about to cry. It's like, yes, I am. I'm clearly I'm a snob about my fear, yo.
Michael said, no, Jessica said Braxton broke the feed.
Oh.
It's your fault.
Yeah, it actually is my fault because I walked away with the. It's not important, but it is my fault. This has to be near this at all times.
Oh, that does make so much sense.
Literally, and this is in my backpack, so. Came over like you had like something to ask.
Nah, I was just coming over.
It's just where the wind is here.
It's literally just like, yo, oh, you have my megaphone? Yeah, you have my megaphone, yo. Just make sure. Wait, do you need it still?
To respect the speakers, if y'all over there that are just chilling, can y'all come over here, please? Like, let's respect our black speakers. Thank you. I ain't trying to be shady because I know some of my crew is over there, so y'all might get your black asses over here.
I'm so dead.
I'm not trying to be shady. I'm not trying to be like that, but
Princess.
come on now.
Hater.
Exactly. Move around a little. Braxton doesn't have the stream. Logan
I know,
has the stream.
right? I'm literally like.
Everybody's
this
blaming
isn't-
Braxton, and Logan's the one with the stream, y'all. I have it.
I'm sorry, guys, for being like whatever you're
Hey,
accusing me of. It's not even.
Give me
me.
this thingy.
Wait, all of it? What's up? Hold on, you gotta take it out of my backpack.
Uh-oh. Where's Carissa at?
I have no, like, I want you to know that.
I want you to know that I have no idea.
Where is? That's a great question. Did you get it? Oh, you did. So where is she? Oh, she's right. She's literally right there.
Hey, Peggy. How are you? Good to hear from you. I was about to say, like, I can set it down in the grass if you want.
No, I'm just like, okay. Yeah, my internet was taken away for a little bit. Hey everybody.
Right? It's her.
I'm back.
Good job on the movie.
Yeah, I just went and had to get some drinks first.
All right, y'all.
But no,
People are still mingling and like getting some food and stuff. But I'm just gonna start just so this so these speeches don't go too late into the night. So before I was so rudely interrupted by the white supremacists with the long gun.
Right?
Boo.
Oh.
That's so corny. Like, this is so corny. You're sitting on your balcony with a long gun, bro. Like, we're. What is wrong with people?
Maybe just I can take it and put it on him a little bit.
So I forgot where I exactly was at telling y'all about George's life, but yeah, he was so George Floyd really wanted to go to the NBA. He got caught up in the street life, and he got arrested, went to prison for 5 years. He got out, got on the straight and narrow. And then at some point he decided he was going to move to Minneapolis because he was getting in too much trouble in Houston. He couldn't stay out of trouble, so he's like, I gotta go. So he went to Minneapolis. He ended up getting involved in the church. He started helping out his community, doing community outreach. He was going around his neighborhood with another church folk, electing people to get grocery deliveries to their house and also inviting them to Bible study. So like, this man was like really on the right path in life. Then he got a security job at a homeless shelter. And allegedly, he often would escort a lot of the women to their cars just to make sure they were safe. So that is who George Floyd was. And then the pandemic ended up hitting, and next thing you know, allegedly he tries to buy some cigarettes with a fake $20 bill. An hour later, George Floyd took his last breath. So I just want y'all to like sit for a second and just think about all of the light, all of the love, all of the joy that George Floyd brought into this world, brought into other people's lives. He had 5 children. He had a community that loved him. He had a family that loved him. Just think about that for a second and how that was stolen. He was trying to do right. He was a beautiful black man on this earth trying to survive in a white supremacist world. And it wasn't enough for him. And it's not enough for so many people. But he made an impact in this world. He did make a fucking impact in this world. George Floyd's spirit cracked this world wide open. George Floyd's spirit cracked this world wide open. And without him, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. We wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have some of the friends that I have right now. I wouldn't have some of the community that I have right now. I wouldn't be involved in some of the mutual aid efforts that I'm in right now. I didn't even know what mutual aid was until after George Floyd. Who can relate to that? Didn't even know what that was. I didn't even believe in ACAB before George Floyd. Anybody can relate to that? I wasn't pushing for abolition, but George Floyd's spirit not only cracked this world, like his spirit demanded something, and it demanded that we finally take a fucking stand against white supremacy and racism and capitalism and crush this shit forever. Because the lynching that George Floyd underwent is a lynching of the highest degree. We all saw that video. We all saw how brutal and heartless and callous that was. I'm so fucking glad that we flooded the streets. Can you imagine if nobody cared? If people were indifferent? If people were callous? I thank God that we flooded the fucking streets. And also what I've realized is his legacy has really popped the top on the fallacy of reform. We are not reforming this shit. We are not reforming this shit. It looks like the system cannot reform itself. We've tried to reform the police for hundreds of years. We've also tried black faces in high places. We tried Obama. What did he do? He dropped a bomb every 8 minutes for 8 years straight. Let me repeat that. He dropped a bomb every 8 minutes for 8 years straight. You can look this up. So the black faces in high places shit doesn't work. Because what ends up happening is these black politicians, these black professional class, middle class people, they end up getting corrupted by the system just like cops get corrupted by the police force. Right? They just get corrupted by it. What ends up happening is they get too accommodated to the militarized police state, too accommodated to the capitalist economy, too accommodated to the market-driven culture that's tied with celebrity status, fame, power, all this superficial shit. And then what we got is a neo-fascist gangster in the White House, in Donald Trump, who really didn't give a fuck. He exacerbated fascism. He exacerbated white supremacy. And then we elected Biden, spineless cuck. Like, he's neoliberal warmonger who wrote the crime bill, who's responsible for the incarceration of thousands of black people. These people are not helping the system. Reform is out. Understand something. I've said this before. If you are pushing for reform, you're pushing for the status quo. What is the status quo? The status quo is killing black people. The status quo is sweeping houseless people. The status quo is police harassing our communities and terrorizing us. So if you're pushing for reform, you're on the wrong page. You need to do some fucking research. If you are pushing for abolition, you are pushing for liberation. The difference is crucial. Reform is not going to save us. It's never had that promise. It will never have that promise. We have to abolish the police. Period. There are going to be steps towards that. George Floyd's legacy opened that wide open, y'all. For me, it absolutely did. Who believes in abolition here? Raise your hand.
Yeah. Hello.
I see you. We have to abolish the police. Some things and there's steps that we have to take. Defunding the police, we all know that. Defund the police. Say it with me. Defund the police.
Defund the police.
Defund the police.
Defund the police.
Take that fucking money out of their pockets, put it into healthcare. Put it into things that are actually going to keep our community safe. Put it into housing. Get these homeless people off the streets. We spend way too much money on the police when we could solve homelessness. We could literally solve it. And most of the time, these police are just spending their time arresting and harassing homeless people. It's so fucking backwards. It's unbelievably backwards. So, the next thing I really want to talk about, I'm going to touch on this real quick. We need to get rid of qualified immunity.
Yeah. Yep. Yesterday.
Raise your hand, and there's no shame in this if you don't know. Raise your hand if you don't know what qualified immunity is. Yes. Yes. Niggas is on top of it. Thank God. We have to get rid of that shit. They're just dodging accountability with it. In the last 8 years, 98% of police killings have not resulted in any charges. Derek Chauvin was an anomaly. The Minneapolis Police Department, speaking of Derek Chauvin, before George Floyd was killed, they went through this program called the 8 Can't Wait Police Reform Program. And Derek Chauvin still managed to kneel on George Floyd's neck for 9 minutes. That was a clear indication that we have to get the police out of the streets. We have to. And it's going to take defunding the police, and it's going to take stripping them of the fucking shield that protects them from being accountable. These police roll around this city not afraid to pull their gun and shoot at people. You know why? Because of qualified immunity. If they don't have qualified immunity, they're not gonna be that fucking bold. They're gonna think twice. Because if we're able to sue them personally, take money out of their pocket, oh, they're not gonna be shooting at us like that. Who knows who Robert Delgado is? Raise your hand.
Yep.
Y'all realize qualified immunity is literally shielding Zachary DeLong from being held accountable? Do you think Zachary DeLong would be fucking posted up behind that tree, sniping him with an M16 if he thought in his mind he'd be held accountable?
No.
Fuck no! So, there is a bill for qualified immunity out right now. Please, like, research that shit. We have to push for that. That is one of the key things we have to strip away from the police. Technically, it is a reform, but it's a reform that moves towards abolition. Any reform that is giving cops money or just rearranging their funds is shit, trash. But if we are taking money out of their pockets and actually being able to hold them accountable, we're slowly breaking down the police system. We're slowly getting the money back into our pockets where it belongs. And we're slowly and gradually making our communities more safe for all people, especially black people. This is a path towards liberation. I want black liberation. I want us to be liberated. And it's going to take abolition. That's what it's going to take. Harriet Tubman was not fighting for fucking reform. Malcolm X was not fighting for reform. Frederick Douglass was not fighting for reform. We have to keep pushing this shit. We have to keep pushing this shit. And white folks, I know there's a lot of white folks out here.
John Brown wasn't fighting for reform.
Your charge is to take our voices that you're hearing out here and you amplify them in white spaces. You take our voices and you amplify them in spaces where my voice is not going to be accepted or not going to be respected. The reason why we love this fucking community so much, why we love this protest culture, is because there's so much love here. There's so much love. Racism doesn't really exist a whole lot in these spaces. Of course it does a little bit, because there's a lot of unpacking and internalized racism and implicit bias that you still have to unpack, right? But there's a lot of love here. We need y'all to go create these same spaces for the white people, right? We need y'all to go create those spaces elsewhere. That is your charge, because this is not our fucking problem. White supremacy is not our problem. It's y'all problem. Y'all created it. Y'all got us here. Y'all need to get us out. And black people and brown people, indigenous people, we are going to help you. Because we don't have a choice. Our lives literally depend on it.
Yeah.
But we need y'all to literally start holding your white people more accountable. Picking out the racism that you see. Calling it out at every single turn you see it. Talking to your boss. Checking it at all times. Because understand, until the police force is disbanded and abolished, my life is still in danger. You understand that? Princess's life is still in danger. Truth's life is still in danger. When we move throughout this world, just for existing, our life is in danger. So we need y'all to do the work, continue to unpack, continue to do the fucking work. Keep learning about qualified immunity. Keep pressing to defund the police, because our lives are counting on it. We don't want to see another George Floyd.
Hell no.
That's about all I have to say, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate all of y'all for being attentive and just being out here. Rest in power, rest in peace, rest in love. Rest in power, rest in peace, rest in love. Rest in power, rest in peace, rest in love. Fist up. Rest in power, rest in peace, rest in love. George Floyd.
George Floyd. Love you.
Is that even helping? Is it helping?
Can we just give another applause for Jedi, please? So I have a very special person here with me tonight. Our group has been working very hard on trying to work with the youth, because the youth is going to be our future. The youth in 10, 15 plus years, they're going to be making the decisions for us, me included. So I have somebody here with me today, a very special person to me, who she says that I inspire her, but little does she know she inspires me. So she gonna come up here and talk about whatever she'd like to talk about today. So give it up, Coco.
It's on your phone. Oh yeah, you can hold it. The Palestinians.
I'd like to preface this by saying I have Tourette's, and if I stutter, it's just going to
Okay,
happen.
fine.
Okay,
I'll listen.
No, just listen.
And I just try to record as
We'll talk
quickly as I
about
can.
They can go.
Yeah. After who?
After right now. That's what I'm saying.
I remember exactly what I was doing when the news about George Floyd came through. I was building a puzzle, and I remember thinking, why? I remember thinking, how could someone do this? But then I remember thinking, this sounds really familiar, and this has happened before. And I realized how many people have died because of police brutality, because someone took their power and someone used it against someone's life. I've never cherished life as much as other people, but to think that you can end a life with your own bare hands, it terrifies me, because life at the end of the day is beautiful. Life at the end of the day is beautiful. It's the one chance we get. Some people are happy and some people are not, but we're still all living and we are still all lucky to be alive. And the fact that someone could take that away from us is terrifying to me. We're out here peacefully protesting, and you know what? Sometimes I am still terrified for my life. That's why I stick around Princess, an inspiration to me, because I don't sometimes feel safe. I'm scared that if I get alone, if I'm by myself because of my skin color, because of something I can't control and I was born with, that I will be killed. And it haunts me. I grew up in a completely white family. The only person in my family who was black was my dad, and the rest of his family is across the world. So I never knew all of the things that I was being discriminated against were because of my race. I really didn't. I thought that people hated me. And they did, but not for the reason I thought they would, because I'm disabled. When I think about the word justice, it's a confusing word for me because a lot of the time it's used incorrectly. What is justice but just the right thing to do? Shouldn't justice just be already there? Shouldn't justice just be what we do naturally, what someone pays for? In the courts, the person that murdered George Floyd finally got sentenced. And that is amazing. You know who didn't get sentenced? The thousands of other officers hurting people that, you know what, we don't know about because they're all covered up.
Yep.
There's so many people that we will never know were killed or were hurt or were attacked by police. There's nothing that we can do now but look towards the future. When I went to my first protest, I wasn't expecting to speak at all. I'm so glad I did though, because it opened my world. I never thought that someone could relate to the things that I've been relating to because I grew up around the people that I did, who couldn't experience the same things that I did. I have an amazing group of friends, but they're all white. They're amazing. They're amazing friends and they support me every day, but they can't sympathize with this because they've never experienced this racial discrimination that I have. And I finally found my people, and it was at a protest for Black Lives Matter. And it was amazing. I met Princess, and I met Juliana, and I met all of these people. I'm sorry.
You just said Zan, so I'm like, no. He just said Zan, so I'm like,
I'm sorry.
Do you hear this?
You got this, baby. We love you. Shit, what the hell? Come on now.
I gotta say, I'm improvising so hard right now.
Yo, you're doing so well. Yo.
Thank you.
Yo,
Thank
what you
you.
said, I identify
Thank you.
so hardcore with.
I want to say that guys for my entire speech. I had that
Not
whole
just say
thing.
that.
We love you. We love Coco.
Oh my God.
We love you. Just keep talking.
And when I went up to speak that first time, it was because someone else had spoken and said they had never gotten their hair. Or I had spoken and said that I had never gotten my hair done. And I cried when the people that offered me to get my hair done did what they did. As a community, I have never seen anything more beautiful than what I have during this past time. The world snapped when George Floyd was murdered. And it opened so many doors that should have been opened a long damn time ago, but thank God they're open now.
I love you.
Thank God for the community. Thank God for everyone who's here listening to me. Because you know what? I love all of you. All of you are so amazing. All of you make me proud to be Black. All of you make me I've experienced so much racial discrimination that I could not say the words, I am proud to be black. Because I was scared. Because I was scared of being black. Because I knew how much it hurts. It hurts so much sometimes when you can't control something and someone just hates you for it. Doesn't it?
Yes.
Like when someone says they don't like your looks or someone doesn't like your face. You can't change that. I didn't choose to be born this way, but I am proud to be this way. I want to change. I just want us to keep going. I want us to keep rioting, to keep fighting, and I don't want to stop until we don't have to say another name.
There we go. Yeah, get it. I don't want that list to continue, and I will not stop marching until there is not another name on that damn list. Thank you so much for letting me speak today.
Thank you.
This is what I mean. This is how she inspires me,
We love
y'all.
you. It's so wrong. We love you.
Black youth, they matter here.
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 Thank you, y'all. Just give another round of applause for Coco.
Nobody, videos.
No.
No, we're...
Oh,
Are they here?
Mine, sorry, my fault. I'm talking out of
Oh, we have some Palestinians
We have
here.
some special guests.
Special guests. Woo woo!
Nobody's here. We're doing it. Speak your truth, man.
Let's go.
Hi guys.
Hi.
My name is John, and let's start by chanting "Free, free Palestine."
Free, free
Palestine. Thank you. So, I came here, and I will keep coming here, guys, because I know you guys have the same feelings that we really deep down we feel as Arabs and as Middle Easterns. You know, everything she said was very amazing and awesome, and we really can relate, you know, because we feel the exact same thing. I mean, at the end of the day, the same thing that happened to George Floyd happened more than once, actually, in Palestine, you know, in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It's not really a conflict, it's an occupation, it's an invasion of a country.
Genocide.
You know, yesterday I was having a conversation with someone who's pro-Israel, and they were saying some dumb arguments about, well, I mean, you shouldn't hate all Jews because of that, and that's true, you know. And then she gave me an example saying that, well, if my brother goes and steals your house and kills your kids and whatever, are you gonna come kill me? I was like, no, that's very wrong, and I agree with you, that's very wrong to do that. But ultimately, whose fault it is? It is your brother's fault. And I was saying that, you know, the only solution to this is if your brother and me get justice. If your brother gets prosecuted, then we really are gonna have peace, you know? Because our, you know, nature as humans is that if we don't get justice, we won't make peace. We need justice in order for us to get peace. And people in Palestine, they're really not getting their justice. So how are we gonna expect peace to be there? Israelis themselves, they know deep inside that they have no right to be there. That they have, you know, they shouldn't be there, you know? And the reason I came up to you guys, I said that before, and I will say that forever, because I want this to stick in every mind that is, you know, working, you know? Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. That is why you guys need to care, because you are facing injustice everywhere you are, because of the injustice going there. Everything affects, you know, as humanity, to reach peace, we need justice. So I invite you guys to come tomorrow at 4 p.m. At City Hall to join us to free Palestine. Free Palestine! Thank you.
Thank you.
Where are you at, Braxton? You better go back. He's avoiding the mic.
Braxton, are you gonna say something?
I think you can talk something. Look into it.
Any other speakers?
What'd you do, Princess?
I'm like not hiding.
I know.
Hi everybody.
I just said, is it working? You messed it. Oh, my phone died. I'm so sad because I'm in that live as on.
The video went down too. It's over here.
Yeah, it's gone.
1 second, folks. Technical
I feel like
difficulties.
an old person, bro. I feel old as shit.
Oh my, shut up.
Of course, you're gonna
You guys
say,
are enjoying
never
it.
mind.
Thank you guys for staying tuned.
Check, check. Mic check.
I think yeah, you said that was good. Sure.
Where's my phone?
I'm sure it works either way.
Is that my phone? She just ran off with my phone. That's my phone.
What up, y'all? I am Blacktacular.
Oh!
My name is ᴅᴏ宜ᴛᴏᴛ. It means warrior of wisdom. Try living up to that one. I was named after the Ashanti tribe in Ghana, which is the the only tribe to have beaten the British in a war multiple times. The name means warrior. And I was also named after Patrice Lumumba, who was the first democratic prime minister of the Congo, who freed the Congo. He's like a beer salesman who just went around like starting a revolution.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't really protest. Since he sold beer, he could go to all the little stores and he could tell little stores about starting a revolution. And then store owners as everybody came in the store, they could tell them about it. So as he sold beer, he would get all the store owners together in their little things, and they'd all go back and tell their community. And I don't know. So yeah, I've been protesting for quite a while. I think I started with Kendrick James, so that was like 2002-ish. I wrote a little list of things that happened in May throughout history, Black history. On May 18th, 1896, was the Plessy versus Ferguson case, and that was when they decided that separate but equal was okay. You know, they're all like, "Oh, all men are treated equal, but we're not being treated equally. So, but separate but equal is okay." That resulted in us being separated even further from white people, and that kind of separation led us to have our own towns and our own cities and our own sections and neighborhoods, and led to redlinings. We couldn't get property in other people's in the same neighborhoods, and they wouldn't give us loans.
Bullshit.
We couldn't own anything. But there was a town a long time ago, right next to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and a lot of this has been buried, but it's coming back up again because it happened 100 years ago. After the whole separate vehicle thing went down, there's a town called Greenwood. It was just outside Tulsa, Oklahoma. And on May 31st, 1921, just 100 years ago, in a couple days, a black boy, a 19-year-old, somehow touched a white woman in an elevator, 17-year-old in an elevator.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
There's different reports on what actually happened in elevators. Some people say he stepped on her foot. Some people say the elevator jerked and he touched her arm. But whatever it was, she left the elevator screaming. Probably because of her internalized fear of black people, as people have been taught to be feared for centuries. A bunch of white people came together and got together and went into that neighborhood. They brought guns and torches, and they burnt that entire neighborhood to the ground. They had airplanes in the air dropping turpentine bombs on Greenwood, just right across the train tracks from Tulsa. They killed over 300 people. They locked a bunch of people up in different weird places. Thousands of people were displaced. And it was buried in history forever. I didn't hear about it until like a couple years ago. And I am in this Black Lives Matter struggle all the damn time. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, it was still even another 33 years after that, on May 17th, 1954, that Brown versus Board of Education decided that separate about not equal is not okay. So they were overturned segregation, but you know, we still had to fight, and still had to fight, and still had to fight, and still had to fight. 13 years later was that from May to October, there was like 40 riots and 100 other disturbances surrounding basically what we're doing now, Black Lives Matter, and making sure that Black people are actually free and have the freedom to do things like write and vote and participate in society as much as everybody else. Yeah, there were some riots on May 12th, 1980. 15 deaths. It was one of the worst riots since the Watts riots, and that was in Florida. Oh, let's go. Let's switch up again. All right, we'll get only a couple more. May 13th, 1985, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They bombed another entire neighborhood. They call it the Move bombing. There's some Black Lives Matter type people there, some Black Panthers, and they call themselves Move, and they had their own little community there, and they bombed the F out of those guys.
Damn.
Just dropping bombs in the middle of the city on a neighborhood. The police did that. And I think they used makeshift. They used makeshift CF4 given to them by the FBI. On May 5th, 2003, the police right here in Portland, Oregon, the police shot Kendra James over a traffic stop, and that brought me out to the streets. On May 25th, 2020, George Floyd was murdered, and that brought us out to the streets. Each and every one of you fine people. We keep having these same pushbacks over and over and over and over again, and hopefully little by little it gets better. I've seen some differences from what we did, from what we started. There are a couple things we have accomplished. We did get the police out of our schools. We did get Portland police off of TriMet. We did temporarily defund a very racist section of the Portland police that has been known, like the audits showed by numbers, they were just pulling over lots of Black people and they weren't really stopping any shootings. That was the gun violence reduction team. Last year we went out, and then this is what it takes to make that kind of change. It takes grit and perseverance and standing up for yourself in the middle of an actual war zone. You saw that dude over there with the fucking gun out, right?
Yep.
You have to remember that every single time you're at a protest, you need to keep your head on swivel and keep your friends safe. Keep us safe. We keep us safe. We keep us safe. If you're just lollygagging out here drinking White Claws and hanging out with your friends and just socializing and not paying attention to what's going on around you in every single block as you go around it, and what's happening in the back of the line, what's happening in the front of the line, if we're not paying attention, we're not safe. My homegirl Summer, she got killed in Seattle. My homegirl Dez got severely injured.
Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz, our homie Diaz. Sorry, I met them as a woman, but they have since decided that they have some other things going on. So anyway, I'll show you guys this video. This is a video I put together of what happened basically this exact time last year.
There's one right up there. There's one right up here. Okay. I'm freezing.
we're just gonna spear to the clouds. Your fears and your doubts. What's clear to me now is that a fear on a couch is not the only way to live, but the best way to die slowly. If we could only get the fuck up out of here and say what we feel out loud. Use our voices and our spirits to energize the crowd. I'm always smiling, or as skinny as loud as can be. Better tempt your mind, y'all. We are not all free. Now if you're hearing me, now if you're feeling me, I want you yelling for me and belling, baby, I can't breathe. 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 This is for real, baby, I can't breathe.
By the way, what? Yeah, I already watched it like 2 times. But yeah, it's great. That's why I was like 2 weeks ago. The emotions change like 3 times. Like usually when I see like videos again, I'm like a little freaked out, but I was like ready to go. Like, this guy is yeah, the police already know that we're here. Like. Right? Yeah, do it again. What's up? All right, thank you. Encore.
Spectacular!
This is a Blacktacular. I interviewed him on my birthday, actually, during my birthday stream. It's a chant. He does a lot of good work.
Came out last night screaming Black Lives Matter, but now they hear me yelling out, all cops are massive. My temper is free from all the pepper spray. I use this to inject the cops and weapons free. Gas mask, toss them in the backpack with a fat sack and some locked in some earplugs. Tomorrow I get act fast when the cops come through as we demonstrate. Cause you know they always do their best to escalate. Drone things use explosives. And injured police, including just this past weekend. Currently blinding 3 federal officers with lasers. They have the nerve to declare this march an unauthorized assembly when they abuse authority for the last 4 centuries. Using rubber bullets, flashbangs, shields, but
Crowds turning violent at the federal court.
Over by the live stream.
I'm like really zoomed in. There we go.
But like
But it's still there.
Oh, the plates are in the basement. It's not like I don't. You go to the DA?
It's like my Zoom recorder. Does the same thing.
Yeah, no.
Check. All right. Hey everybody, thanks for sticking around. Those of you who are, I can't even see out because the light's on me. I'm on. Yeah. Get in here. Yeah, we got. This video is only 2.5 minutes. It's a trailer for a feature-length film that I directed. The way it happened was really organic, and basically I went down to the protest the very first day, and I saw people already there, like making food. There were some medics. It seemed like everybody had their role. And I asked myself, what is my role? Is it to make ramen noodles for everybody? I actually briefly thought about that. And then I realized, wait, no, I'm a documentary filmmaker. That's my role. So I just started hitting it hard. It was the pandemic. I was, collecting unemployment in theory. I hadn't had any checks actually sent to me. But regardless, it seemed like it was the right thing to do. I started shooting every day, and about halfway through the summer, I secured funding through the Old Church Concert Hall's program We Can Listen, and it wasn't much, as you can imagine, through something like what I just said, you would think they don't have millions of dollars, and and so basically what happened was we started stringing my footage together with interviews and everything, and I got, me being obviously a white male, it didn't really feel like my place to be the voice of the Black Lives Matter themed documentary. So I solicited the help of Julianne Johnson, who was already on the board of the Old Church We Can Listen.
Yep.
And she did a magnificent job. I didn't even tell her any questions to ask. I wanted her to guide the entire structure of the narratives, and then I paired that with my footage through editing over many months. Anyway, that's what's going on.
Thank you.
Last thing about Tipping Point is the name of the film, is that I don't know when it's going to come out. Right now we are trying to submit it to film festivals. We could just put it out there, but we think we could reach a much larger audience if we had a few festival accolades and some proper distribution.
I do,
so that's where it's at. Thanks.
Like dying. Woo! No, because my video is going to play next.
Crowds turning violent at the federal courthouse this week. Many
it's 2
protesters
minutes.
claiming they've been arrested.
You don't think you can grab your jacket and be back in 2 minutes?
And night after night we're seeing there's no slowing down.
No, I'll be fine. I just need to like... Oh my God.
The police union. Do we defund them? Do we decrease? What do we do?
I'll survive. It's like 50 degrees. I know.
There's been so many times where no one has been given. They just start tear gassing.
Philip, you're in the way. Philip's head's in the way.
Was that so?
I never thought I would ever be able to speak how I feel about my skin tone, and now that it's happening, I am never gonna stop.
Yep.
If you don't have any suggestions for solutions, then you can really shut up.
And for me, in my mind, I have to wonder if I was going to make it out of that situation. I've been through that term and term again.
Not dead, will it?
This is her all the time.
I made this video in like 5 days, so here it is.
Woo!
Systemic racism is also institutional racism and structural racism, all in one and the same. Two polar opposites, white, black, polar opposites. You really have to unlearn everything. And you need to think about that. You need to think about it. John Lewis said, unless you're willing to change everything, nothing will change. Black and brown lives don't need people to align with them that aren't willing to understand at least what it is that we are trying to accomplish. And if you don't have the willingness to even attempt to do that, you are putting black and brown lives in danger.
This is what Black Lives Matter means. To help one another, to make sure we have each other's back, and to protect each other over anything else when we know no one else will. We have to have each other's back because clearly they don't have it for us.
We need to hold our government officials accountable, and if they don't take responsibility for what is happening, what are we going to do? We will burn it down.
Police officers that have murdered people here in our city, Portland Police Bureau officers, are still on the force. We know that there's literal Nazis that we've been telling Ted Wheeler and his council about for years, like Mark Kruger, who are still employed by the police department. And we have so many people that have been in this community fighting for abolition for years. And Ted likes to pick and choose, and he likes to say, oh, I only like talking to business owners because I think that black capitalism is what will save the black community. But what we know is the abolition of capitalism is what will save black and brown lives.
Black lives don't matter, that's what they want to hear. Wanna kill us dead in the street. Blood spilled on the pavement, system built on its slavery while our children live in fear. Many don't get it caught. Some of us are here, we keep trying to speak on injustice, but nobody wants to hear us. Like we still don't respect the value of black like we should. After they take it, innocent life, they put it back and tell them why is you so powerful. This investing your lucky if you die quick. 20 get it just from maybe they'll just kneel on your neck, aroused by the sound of you begging for breath. Either way, it's fine if your encounter results in death. Well, actually, it's supposed to. And yo, they trying to bring hate more, but I got my brother right here. This is fucking proof that it ain't about that. It's about love, baby. It's about rap. This is real hip hop. Trying to bring that shit back. Portland, where the fuck is you at? Yo, our city's on the map. We on the beat. Yo, we trying to get the cops about the streets. It's time for them to abolish. And you know my flow stays polished.
Thank you, David. Sorry, it's a tiny picture.
I got my knowledge, you know I drop it. Blast like a rocket, motherfucker feds. Yo,
This was the first
man, I wanna
night
knock
that I
their
got
hands
gas.
off, right up off their neck. Coming through, man,
That was May 29th. No, I didn't have a gas mask then.
It's time to have them wrap it up. I grab the microphone and wrap it up. Yo, half of my bloodline is from Africa. Snap him like a camera. Man, I'm far from an amateur. Let's go.
Her parents are like where she's I mean, it's also like almost 11. It's almost 10.
Wait, you're right here. You guys are right here, by the way. And you're in the whole video. Stay for like 10 more minutes.
Okay.
You guys are at the end too. Wait, you go by here, I think, with your yellow
And I
hat.
think that, you know, being in the country we're in, being the lives that we live, we romanticize the lion a lot. You know, the lion is strong, it's powerful, it's cunning,
is this you?
it's
Right.
deceiving, even in a sense, and it's the king of the jungle
Right
when
there?
the boys
Oh,
you
no.
listen. And we romanticize that. But in a lot of ways, we never get an opportunity to romanticize the resiliency in the things that they hunt. The water buffalo is 2 tons. There is no single lion on the face of this planet that can kill a water buffalo. There is one water buffalo that can kill a single lion.
It's a cute
Lions hunting flies. Lions make the herd run away. The reason why the water buffaloes run away is because of thousands and millions of years of conditioning. Thousands and millions of years of being submissive and turning and running. Because the will to live is more powerful than the will to fight. But if we watch those videos closely, and we really get a chance to see the water buffalo, when they turn around, when one of their own is getting hunted, the whole herd comes back down. And they start pushing those lions off the kill. And what that symbolizes to me is that they understand their power. They realize their power. In the moment they might have been scared. In the moment they might have been submissive. In the moment they might have been prey. But as soon as they realize true power and their resilience, they can push that lion off that kill and save something. I think we relate a lot to these animals because at the end of the day we are animals. And a lot of instincts that they have are the same instincts that we share. And we have to change that conditioning of being submissive. And we have to change that conditioning of running and the will to live. We have to have a will to fight. We have to have a will to stand up. We have to have a will to be there for somebody when somebody's getting attacked, as what happened last night. We have to stand up for each other. White, black, yellow, brown, purple, doesn't matter what you look like. You stand up, you be the herd. And it's time to start really embracing that resiliency. If we're fighting all these days and we're putting our lives on the line for these things that we care about, when stuff gets hard, if we decide to turn the other way, that's how you get caught by the lion pride. When you separate from the group, that's how you get caught by the lion pride. Only when you stand together do they realize they cannot attack you. So we need to start really embracing the water buffalo.
There's like 5 minutes left in the video.
And
Just watch
animals
it.
that are resilient. Because we have proven through the course of history, through the course of time, that we are resilient. Let's start thinking about what we honor. Let's start thinking about what we admire. And let's admire ourselves too. Because this isn't easy. It's not what everybody wants to be doing on a beautiful, beautiful Friday afternoon. But this is mandatory. And if you ever are in that moment where you have the opportunity to make a choice, make a choice. And stand in.
Like that, right back to me. I'm gotta say fuck all the police. Coming out mobbing right up on the streets. No shoes on my feet. J to the HDI, you know we fly. Grab on the mic and I'm kicking this shit till they die. Kicking them out, burning the system straight to the ground. You know what we bout. It's the revolution, baby, and we is just having fun. Jody and I, rise like the sun. So you know we gotta get this shit done.
This is like one of the craziest nights.
My niggas out here, y'all spit the flow so insane. All of these cops, y'all they make my brain just feel like it needs to delete. Yo, I'm about to kick all these cops out my fucking streets. All of these pigs ain't the one in the beast. Shout out to P to the R to the E to the F to the S. Got it on the vest and he got it on the helmet. Tell the cops that they gotta get a check. Yes, it is time for that karmic wave to come through. They living off hate, we living off love. We got a mic, keep it hot like the sun. I'm getting it done, you know what is up. I got the passion when I be rapping, making it happen. Just like Harry Potter got all the magic. You know I spit this shit, don't want the static. Till I'm static, my split they cabbage. Yo, I'm on the microphone, you know I'm doing hella backflips. Sniffing his ass in, go get those cops to take some. Goddamn man, cops say lame ones. Nigga, yo, I'm really on one. Fuck all the boys in the blue, taking some acid, they need to take shrooms. So, you know what it is, coming up top, grab the mic and I rip. I don't fuck with pigs, I get in my zone. Tell all these cops just to leave us alone. This is our street, we don't follow your orders. We on the block and we copy disorder. Yo, we causing disorder. All of these cops get slaughtered. Yo, call up the doctor. I'm about to put them on under surgery. This is a state of emergency. Yo, you You ain't never ever heard of me. Eat a top like a damn hamburger steak. And that's that shit I don't like. When cops just try to fight and kick us out the park for doing nothing, man, that shit is wrong. That's why I gotta grab the microphone and tell them what it do. Fuck all these police and fuck the ones who just lick some boots. Y'all can just go to hell, trying to lock us in a cell. But like I said, we got that magic and we just out here spitting spells. Yeah.
That's why I got so shot up. Those tear gas cans I made at the middle of the intersection, like that would have been me fucking scooping them. And take off. You did a good job.
Like 2 more minutes, it's almost over.
You sure?
Yeah, it's almost over.
Just allow it to.
Just now you can't leave yet. Sorry. Nope. Sorry.
More dedicated, more determined than ever to make sure justice is served up.
Y'all out here every day supporting this movement for a reason, because y'all know how we live and how it's being hurt. We all know that, and we're tired of that. Every day we come out here to try to make something happen, try to take a stand. You know, we make effort every day, we push this issue. But without y'all voices, who are not people of color, our voices are silent, we're quiet. But y'all make us stand out a whole lot more. And the police, they know that. So when they try to come and take y'all or push y'all out and make y'all go home early, so this movement will be settled and quiet, they're trying to make a statement. But we're not gonna let that happen. We gotta be together, even if somebody has more radical views than you. If somebody wants to go tear down a slave owner's whatever it's called, then let them do that.
Damn, I was sitting like
working for different things like getting militarized weapons out of the police system.
I think I was over there.
Dismantling the police system. It starts with holding our governor accountable, holding our mayor accountable, make sure we're marching at their house. When you guys say it's your street, don't let the police tell you where and when you can't march. That's your First Amendment right. Now this systematically racist system that was built to help keep us under is not broken. I need you guys to understand that. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to keep people of color under. Our white allies that are out here every single day, you guys don't understand how important you guys are to this whole entire process. And we really appreciate you guys coming out here, because you guys don't have to be out here. You feel me? Every white ally that's out here right now is out here by choice. They don't have to fight. They can walk away right now and their lives will be just the same. So give them for your white allies that are coming out here fighting for us people of color.
I have had a lot of experiences in my life where I was not treated like a regular person. Where my life didn't really matter. So I was a number, I was a statistic, I was just a kid who fucked up, but it doesn't matter because he's black. But every single person out here is a reminder that people can change, societies can change, communities can change, systems can change. And I appreciate the front out of all of it. And that goes double for white people because, I mean, honestly, you guys are the people who get listened to the most, for better or worse. Your voices matter to people who don't want to listen to me.
We've been out here talking about defund the police. Well, the police have been killing us for a very long time. It's not something new. They just hide it differently, which is why, obviously, thanks to technology, we have streamers, we have multiple people posting over. I haven't seen her anymore. So, keep that fire, guys. You have to keep it moving, we have to keep it going, because, it's not gonna leave, we have to make it leave.
Like, ever since, even before George Floyd's protest happened, I was so enraged with all the injustices and all the inequities black people face. And that's why we're here today, to dismantle their system. Because this whole building and everything that they're designed as a justice center is not justice. It's injustice. All they do is incarcerate men and women and people of color. And I'm fucking tired of that.
continue not listening to us until we speak the language that didn't listen to. What language is it? They listen to money. So today when we did blackout and we fucked up their economy, they listened. Where are they now? The same way we fought for George Floyd, we need to fight for Breonna Taylor because her the media anymore. You don't hear it. Do we hear it? No. Do we hear it? No. We don't hear it. We saw some of our justice for George Floyd, but we didn't get it for Breonna Taylor or any other person, any other black woman that was killed by the police. What we need to do right now to dismantle a system that was designed to be the end of
I know, but I was like,
is to come together. And we have to come together and unite and show this system that is completely not broken. It was meant to dismantle us. In 1865, when slavery was abolished, they brought policing so they can arrest black people. But the only way that black people were brought into slavery was if they went to jail and they were incarcerated. That's why our numbers are keep going up.
Who's strengthening our faith? Who's strengthening our faith? Who's strengthening our faith? And we go holding down. Sorry, there's some action.
The reason why we're being wrongly portrayed is because of what we're doing right here. So that's all I have to say.
It needs like support. That was really good.
Thank you. That's it. It's a wrap, baby.
We could have more.
Oh wait, yeah, you can play yours.
I do have one more.
There's still like maybe 10 people here that will watch.
Everybody's down for another one?
Yeah.
I am. I'm still here. I know you gotta go. But Philip has something.
Let's sneak off.
All right.
Better check out the DA downtown.
All right, cool.
Why not?
Seeing you over there.
To the DA?
Oh, it's good. Thank you, Sean.
And I shouldn't say fuck.
This is totally worth it.
Not this.
Absolutely good memorial for George Floyd.
I want to go home and make spaghetti.
Everybody.
I want to make a lot of spaghetti.
I'm not sure. I think it's, I don't know. He kind of made it last minute, so I'm not sure what he has going on.
Oh shit, that's it. Looks like it was 45 minutes.
Joe. And Jive.
If you have to go, it's cool. I actually have to go pee and get my coat. But I'll leave my live stream up. I know. Sure. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go get my coat and go pee. This is Philip. Oh, I'm dying.
Okay. I think one of the best, most magical nights of last year in
Amazing. Well, not really, but I've been drinking a lot, and I took a lot of shots of whiskey, and I smoked, so my body temperature is like, you know,
it's fluctuating.
It goes up and down. It does. Right now I'm like extremely cold for no reason, and then at times I'm also sweating though, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, bro, but all I know is the blanket feels better, so what are you gonna do? Huh? Do I look like I'm dying?
I don't know, but
I can stand.
You better not be dying.
Okay, we're
meditation, a ritual form of meditation where we're coming together and we're healing and we're providing just enough disturbance, but welcoming humans into that by still holding a tone of sorts of restoration in our streets. So I'd love if everyone could do our best to embody that however we embody that as we start to stroll and as we start to take our steps in this process. Before we do that, we're going to have an offering from a loved one, and they are going to share a bit of a dance of sorts, a war dance, and I just want to allow everyone to see that there's ways to embody this battle that we are facing in different forms, in different languages, in different expressions. And even when we sit here and we're just breathing and just strolling down the street, we are in a battle. This is still the battle. And so don't allow yourself to feel as though you're not contributing to the fight tonight, because this is the fight.
have to get people to turn out again when they feel like there's not something that's like the
just happened, you know.
There would have been more people if half the people who didn't come were like, oh, that might be an RCJ day, I'm not going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like that's like
It might be a
I want like
I
want this place to not be so
Yeah, and I think that's up to us. Like, let's keep doing this.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking yeah.
Even though, I mean, like, my first protester coming out, actually, like, on the scooter instead of re-screaming everybody, like, woke,
and your passion
was to come here
to
to
do
RCJ
something that
and
means
march
something.
downtown or something like that. It's
We're in
like,
a time
forever
that
when shit people talk about
though
everything,
it's
they
hard,
still
it
do,
is.
like, a lot of good stuff.
It is beautiful and it is bountiful, and
Putting on marches is
your destiny is just a moment away at any given time. And that's not take for granted, that's not to be callous, that's to just keep with you at all times.
There's a porta potty right over there. There'll be lots of trees along the way for you. Oh, am I standing in the way? I'm standing in front of Chris's swing. Everybody, Chris is in the bathroom.
Beautiful view of your legs.
Yes. Watch my legs.
He's been working out a lot.
Because since you all, you've already seen this, right?
He has an OnlyFans. Maybe that's what they're into.
Every year, last night here. Every day for us is a struggle. So I know for me and I will back here, this is not some, oh, we're in this shit right now. This is some, we are near the church. This is a moment, we're striking this chord because we're near the church. This is all the moment we have. If y'all go home, cool. You know who's not going home? Are you going home? No. I'm not going home. You know why? Because as soon as this ends, people ask me, are you afraid to get arrested? Are you afraid to get killed? I'm going to get arrested and killed every day. Every day! This movement ain't nothing new for us. So we don't go home. We don't go home. We won't go home. We don't go home. We won't go home. We won't go home. We won't go It's a revolution, and so we on the move. It's a revolution, we don't know where we're going. We ain't going home. I put my head up on the thing, so I'm running like I got a lesson last night. We won't go home. We won't go home. We won't go home.
How long did it take you to put this together?
I did it last night because yesterday was a very long stream.
Not very long.
From like 9 or 10 p.m. when I decided I could do it till like 1 p.m. And I just like put together a bunch of groups. I felt like I should have made this a long time ago.
society, these issues will never fully go away. It's about resilience. It's about being willing to listen. It's about trusting yourself, your intuition, and those around you. Because this is a fight. This is spiritual warfare, and it will last your and my entire life. If we need to see the changes that we need to see past through. By the time I die, I won't see everything I want to see pass through. I know that. I will die with hope for my children. We all will. But if we don't
it's hard to find. Oh, I don't know. Is it empty? Yes, it is. Thank you.
It's hard to find those specific tutorials.
Right now, every day, from here on out, how do you get involved? How do you go forward? How do you make this a part of your life?
That's definitely something that,
like we said already, this is church. This is how you can participate. How are you disrupting your neighborhoods? How are you making people uncomfortable with the truth of your reality? This is what it looks like for me. Huh? How are you going to do that every day? Because that's what it's going to take.
It is cold. We will still fight. We will still grow. When it gets hot and it gets cold, we will still fight. We will still grow. When it gets hot and it gets cold, we will still fight. We will still grow. And we'll also take a left.
Everyone go ahead and take a nice deep breath. Go ahead and take another one. Take one more. To just feel the sensation inside of your body right now as we continue to move forward. I want you to bring your attention to your feet and just feel your feet and the sensations pulsing through them. Follow that feeling up through your legs. Be grateful for the fact you have both still. Bring that feeling and sensation up through your body, up through your organs, your liver, your intestines, your heart, up through your lungs. Let that sensation travel through your arms, through your biceps, your triceps, your elbows. Just register the sensations in your body. Feel the aliveness in all of these parts of your body. Your beautiful, divine, sacred body. Let that feeling extend into your forearms, your radius, your ulna, through your hands and fingertips. Feel the sensations of your fingernails. Tap into that feeling. Bring awareness back into your body, up to your neck, up to your throat, into your head, your jaw. If your jaw is clenched right now, relax your jaw. If your shoulders are clenched right now, relax your shoulders. Feel the sensations in your lips, your nose, your eyes. Bring your awareness and attention into your pineal gland, the center of your brain. Feel the power of your humanity. Take a deep breath.
Yeah, baby.
Breathe out. Sit in gratitude for this vessel that you are walking in, that is temporary. We will not have this vessel forever. Be grateful that you still have it, that it is still powerful, that it still holds tremendous energy and magic. Recognize, as Christian was saying earlier, this is spiritual warfare. The powers that think they are wish to deplete our energy, wish to deplete our resources. It is extremely important that we come together and be appreciative of our lives, of our bodies, of our energy, replenish, restore their energy. Any tension you may be feeling in any of your body, try to pinpoint it, feel.
so much for sticking around, for whoever's still here. I forgot about you for a second. But yeah, we're just tearing everything down and calling it a night. There was a DA tonight that got canceled, but a couple people that I know got arrested as soon as they got to the park where the DA was supposed to get started. So yeah, I'm freezing. It's 79 there. Anyway, peace, love, donuts. Have a good night.